Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new episode of NASCAR Heat for Career Mode. Today we decide a champion between myself, Brett Moffitt, Ross Chastain, and Stuart Friesen. Two Canadians, myself and Stuart Friesen, versus two Americans, obviously, of Brett Moffitt and Ross Chastain. So we cut straight through into qualifying here today at Homestead, Miami. I tried qualifying on a preset setup as we've been running preset setups all season long. As we came through out of turns 4, heading down the front straightaway, it was going to be a disappointing 16th place qualifying effort. So I decided we were going to try to do maybe a custom setup, and I tried a custom setup. It didn't work very well at all either, so I tried to make some of my own custom adjustments and hope that it would pay off as we would get ready to go green here at Miami for the championship race. Todd Gilliland failed technical inspection, so he's starting at the back. Ross Chastain, the Final Four driver, on the pole, as Kyle Benjamin also failed pre-race inspection, so he is starting at the back of the field as well as we get ready to go green here at Homestead Miami Speedway for the championship race. Who's going to win it? We have a chance today as we move up to P15 as the green flag is out, and we are underway for the championship race at Homestead Miami behind Ben Rhodes and Clay Greenfield here as we make the stretch down towards turns 1 and turns 2 for this opening lap here at Miami. We've got two Final Four drivers on that front row between Friesen and Chastain now as we come through to get ahead of Clay Greenfield as we exit turn 2 heading down this back straightaway. I did bump the race length up to 25% for this race, so it's going to be a little bit longer of a race. Obviously, this is the only race we're going to do in this episode, as it is a championship race there as we get into the back there of the 99 of Ben Rhodes as we came through turns 3 and turns 4 on the inside of the 2 of Sheldon Creed, as our teammate Tyler Ingram in the 17 goes down the front straightaway in that 11th position there as we come through and complete the first lap. Still, the stage is fairly short, only 6 laps in this opening stages. We actually get to the back there of our teammate of Tyler Ingram now as we head through turns 1 and turns 2, getting up to this top lane. I felt like the top was going to be my best chance to save my tires, so you're going to see me up here quite a bit now as we head down this back straightaway. And now we come through to lap 3 of 6 in this opening stage. We were now making a move to pass our teammate of Tyler Ingram as we came through turns 1 and turns 2. So we moved up into that 11th position as we head down this back straightaway now as we came through on lap 4 of 6, trying to make a move on the outside of Harrison Burton, trying to get ourselves into a top 10 position at this point as we come through turns 1 towards the exit of turns 2, building up the momentum down the back straightaway at this point. Now as we close in on the back of Burton, we give him a little bit of a shot down the back straightaway to the bumper as we go down towards turns 3, and now the 18 loses control, and sideways goes the 18 of Harrison Burton, and he's going to lose it again, and spinning he goes off the front bumper of Austin Wayne Self as we exit turn 4, and that will end the stage early as we get credited with the 10th position. So a bit of a mistake on my part pushing Harrison Burton down the straightaway. That's a bit of a flaw with the AI when they're unstable. They should be able to save that going into the corner when we pushed them like 5 seconds earlier, but it's unfortunate. We will get ready to start stage 2 though here as the green flag is back out. Ross Chastain, another Final Four driver, right on my inside here as Stuart Friesen and Brett Moffitt are both up ahead as this is a 7-lap second stage as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2. Back in NASCAR Heat 3, we actually won the Truck Series Championship in a 3-way tie for the championship, actually. So that was one crazy race now as we come through towards the exit of turn 2. That one will never be topped now as we head down this back straightaway for the first time in the second stage. 3 wide ahead of us between Chastain, Rhodes, and Brett Moffitt. So we move up to the top. Sorry, not Brett Moffitt. That is Austin Hill in the 16. Always mistaken that for Brett Moffitt now as we exit turn 4. I actually got into the wall a little bit there as you saw in turn 3 as Matt Crafton leads the way as we go down this front straightaway, completing that first lap of this second stage as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2 to the outside of the 16 of Hill now as we try to get back towards a top 10 position. Continuing to use this outside lane though, because I know that we can save our tires doing this in the long run, which will probably pay off later in this race as we get to the back of Johnny Sauter, giving him a shot to the bumper as we go down towards turn 3. Obviously he is one of our rivals currently as we go down towards turns 1 at this point on lap 5 of 7 in the second stage. Sauter to the inside right behind Christian Eckes as we're going to try and look to the inside of Eckes, and now we're going to go 3 wide just about there with Eckes and Sauter a little bit sideways, and now Sauter crowds us up and he goes sideways into the side of Eckes as he gets hooked off the left front of my truck. He hangs onto it now as we shove him down into turn 3, letting him know we did not appreciate that one bit now as we come through turns 3 and on the exit of turn 4. Wasn't happy with Sauter at all on that move, but now as we came through to the final lap in this second stage down towards turn 3, we send it up the inside of Johnny Sauter, who's going to try and crowd us down, but we need to get this pass made if we want to be able to fight for this championship now as Brett Moffitt currently leads the Final Four as we exit turns 4, still side by side with Sauter, 3 wide with him and Hill as we cross the line to get P10 as we do edge out Johnny Sauter for the position. So that will put us ahead of our rival of Johnny Sauter, which is very good. A big opportunity now as we get ready to go green for the third and final stage here in Homestead, Miami. Not been the best race for us at all so far, but I think this third and final stage is an opportunity for us to move forward as the green flag is out. The final stage is underway here at Homestead, Miami. It is 17 laps remaining as we make the stretch down towards turns 1. Crafton continuing to lead the way as we got Tyler Dibble there in P7. Not a great restart for him in the 0-2. Now as we make a little bit of contact there with the 45 truck. Now as we come towards the exit of turns 2, heading down this back straightaway, trying to use that draft from Christian Eckes as we did go 3 wide for a moment now as we're going to make it 3 wide ourselves between Ross Chastain and Christian Eckes as we go down into turn 3. Now up into the 7th position as we look to the inside of Jordan Anderson as we go through turn 3 towards the exit now of turn 4. Getting sideways on the exit of the corner, getting down onto the apron, but we do hang on to it there as we have 2 other championship drivers right in front of us. Friesen and Moffitt in the 52 and the 24 as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2. Crafton continues to lead the way over 2nd place of Grant Enfinger, and now 3rd place belongs to Tyler Dipple as they got a little bit loose there, and that allowed Friesen to be able to stay ahead of me as we went down this back straightaway. Just trying to stay within range of these guys as I felt like the tires were starting to play into a bit of an advantage on myself. There was get sideways though going through turn 3. Maybe I'm completely wrong as we would lose a spot to Jordan Anderson right there. And as we came through now on lap 21, we're trying to get back past Jordan Anderson, using the outside to my advantage as Moffitt makes a pass on Enfinger for that 2nd position. Friesen looks to the inside of Tyler Dipple as we exit turn 2. We get into the wall a little bit, but a little bit of damage done, but we're okay as we go down the back straightaway behind Anderson, and the caution would come out now as it was Sheldon Creed who brought out that yellow flag as we would get ready to restart in the 7th position here with around 10 or so laps to go here in Miami as we get ready to decide a champion with a late race restart. The green flag is back out. Our rival of Johnny Sauter's on our outside, so we got to be aggressive here. 11 laps remain in Miami. We need to make sure Sauter doesn't have a chance to just go and take us out as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2. Enfinger makes a move to the inside of Crafton for the lead. Friesen takes over the championship lead from Brett Moffitt now as we exit turn 2, and now we're going to make it 3 wide for the championship lead between Friesen and Moffitt down the back straightaway. Incredible racing right now as we go down towards turn 3, and we are going to take over that championship lead as we clear them both as we go down through turns 3 and turns 4. Looking to the inside now of the 88 of Matt Crafton, having to get out of the throttle a bit, dealing with this loose car as Friesen's 3 wide behind us with Dipple and Moffitt now as we go down towards turns 1 of the inside still of Matt Crafton. 10 laps remain here in the championship race as we go through turns 1 and turns 2. On the back bumper there of Grant Enfinger, touch the apron a little bit, getting sideways. Crafton has the momentum as we exit turn 2, heading down the back straightaway, still side by side as we make the stretch down towards turns 3. A chance maybe to get to the inside of Enfinger now as we are still side by side with Crafton. We look to the inside of Enfinger. Dibble looks to the inside of me. It's 4 wide for the lead here in Homestead, Miami. I decide, okay, you guys can have it because we're battling for a championship. We don't need to be going 4 wide in the middle for the lead now as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2. Incredible racing here late in Homestead, Miami. Crafton holds on to that 2nd position. Enfinger drops to P3. Behind us, we got Stuart Friesen giving us the bumper now as we head down this back straightaway. And now as we came through on lap 29, Crafton had actually moved through to take the lead from Tyler Dipple as we came through on the exit of turns 2. Behind us, it's Moffitt and Friesen as we head down this back straightaway. At this point, the handling of the truck starting to go away on me as we continue to run this top lane as we go through turns 3 and at turn 4, just trying to maintain this gap as we continue to lead this championship battle there as we have a little bit of a wiggle, but we hang on to it now as we head down this front straightaway, just trying to make sure I don't make a big mistake as we hit 5 laps to go here in the championship race as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2. Like I said, just trying to manage this car. The right rear tires at 61%. The handling starting to fade in this truck there as we get into the wall as we exit turn 2. Just a little bit loose, and that pushed me up towards wall. And now Brett Moffitt closes in on the back of us. He is going to put on the pressure as we go down towards turn 3. Surprisingly, he stayed in behind me. And once again, we're going to go 3 wide for the championship lead here between myself, Moffitt, and Friesen as we get sideways. And we hit the wall now as we exit turn 4, heading down the front straightaway. And now we have to run these guys back down. But thankfully, we had the pace as we came through with 3 to go. We had once again gotten past Grant Enfinger as we'd be able to run these guys back down. Friesen leads the championship battle as we're approaching just 2 laps to go here in Homestead, Miami. Now as we get sideways on the exit of turn 4, getting into the side of Grant Enfinger in the number 98 as we head down this front straightaway. straightaway. 2 laps remaining here in Homestead, Miami, as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2, giving a little bit of a shot to the back of not Enfinger, but Brett Moffitt, as I expected him to go to the bottom, and he caught me off guard there. Now as we exit turn 2, down the back straightaway, a lap and a half remain here as we head down, pushing Moffitt, trying to close him up on the back of Stuart Friesen as we go down towards turns 3 and turns 4. Crafton leads the way over second place of Tyler Dipple. Now as we get a little bit sideways again, but it's going to be a 3-truck battle for the championship on this final lap, just like it was in NASCAR Heat 3, as we look to the outside of Moffitt. Now 1 lap remains here in Miami as we go down towards turns 1 and turns 2. Friesen and Moffitt choose the bottom, and we choose about the middle lane now as we come through turns 1 towards the exit of turns 2, trying to put the pressure on Friesen as we exit the corner a little bit sideways, but we have the momentum now side by side for the championship victory now as we go down towards turns 3 and turns 4 for the final time. 2 Canadians is side by side for the championship battle. Friesen and myself now as we exit turn 4, still side by side, sideways, nearly making contact as we head down the front straightaway. We have the momentum, and we will win the championship in the Truck Series. Incredible racing at the end of that race between myself, Moffitt, and Friesen, and we get the championship by maybe 3/4 of a car length, as Chastain, he had fallen out of that championship battle, so he was not able to be a part of it. Matt Crafton did win the race, and that was his 15th career win here today at Homestead, Miami. Like I said, I do keep track of the driver's stats now with wins, poles, championships, etc. We get our first championship in the Truck Series, and now we cut straight through to the next season preparations. We're going to be participating in the trucks as a part-time driver because obviously we have to have a full-time schedule, but we will be part-time because we'll have subscribers in the truck for when I'm not racing. So yes, we're going to have subscribers back in the truck now as we would go into the Xfinity Series here for next season. And here's the plan. We're going to go to Stewart Haas Racing, and we're going to race a custom car for Stewart Haas Racing as a 3rd car team. Now we're going to be a 3-car team at Stewart Haas and Xfinity. Cole Custer, Chase Briscoe, and myself. And obviously when we get to the Cup Series, I'm going to be driving a real car in the Cup Series, but for Xfinity we will be driving a custom car for this team at Stewart Haas Racing. So now, and maybe a bit of a Stewart Haas pipeline, that could be our chance to get to Stewart Haas Racing in the Cup Series. That was the car they gave me, but this is the paint scheme I ended up coming with. It could be subject to change. If you guys think of something you would like to see with the colors, make sure to put that in the comments. But obviously running number 02, and as always though, if you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Those would all be very appreciated. In the Truck Series, we will be driving for HRE. They're going to expand to a 2-car team, so we will be teammates with Austin Hill, as we will be driving the Loves Toyota. That's the scheme I came up with for that, and I was actually really happy with this one. So that will do it though for this episode. Thank you all for the support over this first season of the Truck Series. It's pretty quick. I want to take it a little bit slower in Xfinity, but hopefully we can get to Cup pretty quickly. So thank you all for taking the time out of your day to watch this video, and I will see you guys in the next one, where we start our full-time Xfinity Series career as well as a part-time truck career with subscribers in the truck whenever I'm not in it. So thank you for watching, everyone, and have yourselves a great day.